Hi, good day, good night, good evening, depending on what time you happen to be watching this. Welcome to another episode of House of Stars. I am a girl star, and today, as you can see from the title, we are talking about two people. What's tea? Oh my gosh. So, as everybody knows, Nicki Minaj dropped her album last week. I don't remember what day it was. But it was sometime last week that she dropped her album. Of course, she dropped Barbie Dreams, which is a very controversial song. Some people see it as a diss, as she's been saying that she's been doing it. Like, the song that she made was just for fun. She's not trying to really come at anybody. But at the same time, though, like, I feel like that's what, like, hip-hop needs. Like, I really feel like that was, like, a really funny track. So, today, all hell broke loose online. Safari and Nicki Minaj got into it. Nicki obviously is taking more of an aggressive approach when it comes dealing with Safari and things like that. But let's just tap into it. Like, is this a situation of Nicki finally wanted to get things off her chest? Or is this, publicity stunt at the end of the day? Because we already know that we live in a day and age that your relevance is based on your tea, your beefing, your trolling and things like that. Like, that's the kind of shit that is getting clout online now. So let's just see, like, what's going on around Nicki Minaj, where her mindset is at right now. What's the future for the album Queen, and what's coming up with that, and again, what's going on with Safari and all that stuff. We'll just see what we pick up as we go. As you can tell, y'all, you probably noticed something different. I am wearing a different color hair than I usually do. I actually, as a matter of fact, have never worn anything this bright in my life. Well, I used to do like highlights, but I'd always do like certain blacks and hues just to kind of even it out. But I was like, you know what? I'm at an age and a place in my life that I am allowing myself to be a little bit more daring and taking a little bit of a leap. So tell me what you think in the comments. Do you think it's a bop? Do you think that I should do something different with it? I don't know. I have it away from my face right now, so like I don't really have it like looking how it could. But yeah, so let's just get into it. So I have Nicki Minaj's birthday here. Let's get that up. And her birthday is December 8th, 1982, meaning that Nicki Minaj is born under the sun sign of Sagittarius. Let me see if I could actually get Safari's birthday up here too as well. Oh, he's a Cancer. No wonder he's such a bum when he's ready. Not all Cancers are bums, but they have their extremes. But he's July 4th, 1981. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, so let's get into it. Okay. All right. So right away what I get from Nicki Minaj, like, I just feel like she's kind of running under the energy of, like, no hold bars. So meaning, even though, like, it's not just necessarily a thing about venting, because I feel like when it comes to Nicki Minaj, she's a person that she can understand and allow herself to have a great deal of tact. But I feel like, okay, let's just like backpedal a bit. It's like, I feel like how it is, like, when Cardi B came out, and like, well, Cardi B, when she started to gain success, it was like they tried to push Nicki Minaj aside. And it wasn't one of those things where they were like pushing her aside because it's like, what's in is what sells. I almost feel like there was a lot of stuff that was happening where she was being discredited for the time and the years that she's earned. You know what I mean? So like, she's starting to realize and see like the era from where she comes from and where she was coming up in the game and those before is starting to change. You know what I mean? And she's like kind of getting to this place right now where it's like, okay, it's no hold bars. If you all want me to play the game, I could play the game and I'll show you that I can even play it better than any of y'all motherfuckers that think that y'all can play me. You know what I mean? So that's the energy that I'm getting from her. I feel like when it comes to Safari, like, I feel like that relationship, especially, I get 5 to 6. So I don't know if it's like 5 to 6 to the ending of the relationship. I feel like it was really toxic. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it was a lot, but because Nicki was so busy and she was trying to make money and do her thing, it's like she allowed herself to like ignore a lot of what was going on. Not to mention too, I don't feel like Nicki was faithful like towards the end of the relationship, and I mean like not at the end like, because it was stated that she was with Meek. Like, I mean, like, there was a good minute in the relationship that she was not faithful to this man. You know what I mean? Like, he was there and they were together, but like it wasn't no thing for her to cheat. So to be honest, when it comes to this relationship, like, even though you could look at Safari and be like, okay, like Safari dogged her out, like she dogged him out too. They dogged out each other. It's almost like the relationship that they had is like it was like a over glorified like brother and sister kind of relationship. But it's like because there was time and there was like feelings that like the time that they spent was initiated because of the feelings that they had for each other in the past. Is like that was the only thing that was really keeping that relationship alive. You know what I mean? And you know, coming into the game where it's like there's not a lot of people that you can trust, like the last thing you want to do is jump up and like get rid of people that you established a connection with or established how can I say it? Like establish a rapport with before the thing. You know what I mean? So some people kind of like associate that with safety. Like, okay, at the end of the day, like I've known this nigga for so long. So if there's any person that I'd rather fuck me over, any person that I can put up with and her fucked up ways will be this dude because we have history. You know what I mean? Like that's the energy that I'm getting from Nicki and Safari and stuff like that. So yeah, like I don't feel like Safari and her like really talk that often at all. Like I kind of get the energy like when it comes to them, it's like there's not really much left to say. You know what I mean? Like everything is kind of like went its ways. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like I do feel like there was maybe some talk about things that were gonna get posted or things like that. Like there's always some structure and some name to the game. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, like, you know, this is legality. This is money here. When you have money, you can't just run and spit off your mouth, you know? But I do feel like when it comes to them, like, I don't know why I see there's going to be an interview of Safari discussing his relationship with Nicki Minaj. Like, I see more things coming out of the dark with that. I do see her talking a little bit more about it. But I also do feel like, I don't know why I see, like, I don't know if the Safari's going to come up with some music or something, like, or taking a shot. I don't know. But I definitely see that there is going to be some issue with that. I also see, like, in the midst of that, Jessica Dime had something to say, and Jessica Dime came for Nicki. Nicki came for Jessica Dime. I feel like Jessica Dime is going to obviously keep, like, some kind of fire with that, like, okay, when I see you, bitch. But to be honest, like, let's be realistic. Like, Jessica Dime can't be where Nicki Minaj is. Like, no matter what she tries to do, like, she's never going to be able to get a chance to really get to her. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know why I feel like Mona Scott is going to have something to say about something that Nicki said. But anyway, so, like, when it comes to Queen, I feel like there's going to be, you know, a lot of good sales. At the same time, it's been a week, and there's been some good, like, publicity that's happening. But I do feel like Nicki needs to slow her roll. Because I feel like if she gives them too much of, like, this attitude she's been spitting, like, it could turn against her and she can start to look like a rabid dog that's just yapping. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like how 50 Cent, like the whole 50 Cent situation was where, okay, in the starting it was funny, but now it's like 50, shut the fuck up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you look like an idiot. Like, it could easily turn like that within the next week or two if she's not careful. But I do feel like there's going to be another video that's coming out. I feel her doing some music with somebody else. I don't know why I saw this, because I don't think she's on the album, but I do see a video with Sierra. That's going to be, I see her doing music with Sierra. So whatever that is, I don't even think Sierra's on the album. Yeah, I don't think she's on the album. But I do feel like she's going to do a performance of a song. I think the next single, if I'm not mistaken, it may be with Foxy, because I don't know why I just seen her and Foxy on stage. So I don't know if that's her tour, but I see for her Foxy on stage. I swear I do videos that are always at the same time. You hear the clock? It's going. Okay, so that's what I do see with that. But okay, so now when I'm moving into Nicki Minaj's love life, I know she was talking to Nas at one point, but I'm not sure if there. I still feel like there is some communication or connection there, but I'm not exactly feeling like there is like a relationship that may be happening in that situation. But I do feel like she still has some lingering feelings for Meek Mills. Like, it may not necessarily be like romantic feelings, but you know, like when you date a guy, it's not like, you know, you date a guy and it's like they kind of dog you out like towards the end of it. And it's like, okay, you always want to be able to have that upper hand or that revenge, but at the same time, you low-key want to see if it could have led to where you wanted it to go. Like, that's the energy I'm getting with that. So I wouldn't be surprised, and I could be crazy saying this, like, if there could be something that comes down the middle where you see Nicki and Meek Mills getting back together. Because I just don't, when I get the energy with them, like, I kind of feel like unfinished business. But that's just me. At the end of the day, like, there could be free will, but I just feel like unfinished business when it comes to the two of them. I don't know why I'm seeing like something happening with Drake. So I don't know if her and Drake end up getting into it, but I see something with her and Drake, but it feels like a disagreement, like a public disagreement, like whether it be like maybe something said or clap back or she said something, but she starts to have a moment though, like where she's just like coming at everybody. You know what I mean? I feel like she's gonna really come out and talk about what happened with her and Cardi B. To be honest, like whatever I see with that situation, it doesn't feel like it's a big deal. It feels like more hearsay. But because, you know how girls get, it's the industry and shit like that. I think that it's being blown more out of proportion just because, like, you know, it is what it is. But something tells me it's not as big as she's making it out to be. Or, like, it's one of those things that it could easily be swept under the rug. But, like, you got to keep in mind, like, the kind of numbers that Cardi B is doing, especially in the starting of her career and, like, in these times, like, she is a threat, you know? Not just a threat, like, just, like, when we're talking lyrically, like, that doesn't really matter, but she is a threat when it comes to business because, you know how this industry is. They only really give you room for, like, one or two, especially being a woman. And it's, like, first dibs, like, where Nicki Minaj had it, like, good for, like, 10 years. It was always, like, everything going to Nicki, everything going to Nicki. It's, like, damn, like, shit, like, where something could be mine, it could be going to her. You know what I mean? But, yeah. But I do feel like Nicki is at a place right now that she is going to get to a point and, like, start to humble herself. But there's, like, an aspect of Nicki, like, she holds such a hard shell. Because, like, when I'm seeing her energy, like, you know, in the industry, it's like, even though she's spitting stuff and she's trying to speak real, there's still an aspect of it that comes off very superficial. Like, there's something that is, like, hidden. Like, there's something about her tone that even when she's speaking real, like, it doesn't come off as being as genuine. And I think that's because it's just like she's just held up a shell. Like, she just does not want to open up herself. Like, she's been very hurt by a lot of people in the industry. Like, you know what I mean? But that's how the industry is. Like, relevance is everything. And if you're just not relevant and you cannot do nothing for nobody, you can't give people, like, you can't bring a check or you can't do nothing for people. Like, you're just disposable. They just treat you like you don't exist. And that's one thing that I get really frustrated about, especially about the industry, because it's like in North America, like, when you've gained success and you've sustained certain success, like, if you're no longer relevant, like, you're still not, you can't push the same number or have the same traction as you once did when you were at your hottest, it's like you're considered or treated as a has-been. Like, for example, like, you know, like, I love Tina Turner. Like, Tina Turner can go to Switzerland and sell out Switzerland. Like, Tina Turner can go anywhere in Europe and sell out like for nothing. Like if Tina Turner comes here, she got to do some like casino residency, because when it comes to Europe or different parts of the world, like when it comes to their respect and their honor for artists, like once you've been able to attain success at that level, like no matter what, you are a legend. You know what I mean? And you know, in Nicki's regard, what I see about her, it's like, even though Nicki is getting up there, because Nicki's now like in her mid-30s, right? So like she's like 35 or so, where most women in this game like start to slow down a bit. She still feels like she hasn't done everything that she could have done in the industry. You know what I mean? Like what she could have done. Like even though she's a queen, like even though undeniably Nicki Minaj is one of the hottest rappers out here, a woman, you know what I mean, of our day and age, she's never been actually given the solid title of the crown. Like she hasn't. Like it's like, okay, people will say depending on each their own, but she hasn't been solidly given that title, like, yo, you're a crown. Like how like at the like for example, when it comes to Beyonce, like Beyonce holds that title, like she is referred to, regarded as, and don't talk about her any different as queen. Like Nicki hasn't been given that, and I feel like that's what Nicki feels like she needs. Like she knows it in her spirit, but she needs that validation within the industry to ever feel like I'm not fighting for nothing anymore. You know what I mean? But yeah, I feel like something is gonna come out tomorrow. I don't know if it's like an interview or something like that, and when this goes, it's probably like today. But there's like some kind of big like explosion drama or something. Like somebody's like gonna come out and like validate something that she said, like, or validate Safari's side or something. But it feels like, yeah, but it's like some kind of exposure. This exposure shit's gonna be going on for another week or so. That's what I guess. Yeah. But yeah. Anyways, so that's it. This is my video on Nicki Minaj and what I do see around her, and all the swish wash and the drama that's going on around her and Safari and her album and Queen and blah, 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 blah. But yeah, if you would like to get a private reading with me, my link is in the description box. Again, always hang tight and pay attention, because if anyone noticed, and shout out to all the people that are my loyal live people, I've been going on live a little bit more often than usual. So, you know, try to see where you catch me when you catch me. You know what I mean? If you have any questions about this video or any comments on Nicki Minaj, please leave it in the description box. And of course, again, I'll try to catch up and read on your favorite celebrities that you want me to catch up on and all that good stuff. So I do want to thank you so much for your time and rocking with me. May God bless you and the angels protect you. Good night.